Hey, I'm Cyclon, and today we take a look at the Glennach Cairns Legion farming. So, for this, let's start with the requirements, I guess. Oh, actually, wait, before all that, let me show what I got, actually, as a kind of appetizer. This is the result of 50 maps of Legion farming. These are all the emblems I got, all the currency and other stuff I got, and the big drops I've gotten. In all this, I have to mention that the Chaos Orbs and the Sextants are less than they were supposed to be. I ended up sextanting some Watchstones and used up some that were in this chest, and the Chaos Orbs got auto-filtered out whenever I used the map device Legion because this chest is full for my currency chest. So with that said, I got about average of 3 Chaos Orbs per map. So saying that would be 50 maps, that would be 150 Chaos. And yeah, that is the result. So this is the other tab with results. I've sorted it out a bit. And I will go later in this video into further details. But now, next thing, let's take a look at the requirements. Required would be to run in the Glennach Cairns region. You don't need to favorite a map, but you would need to have at least 6 points in the Ascendancy, get face-to-face, high-value targets, and protracted battle. We take this just in case so we get everything, and we do want at least a small Legion monolith chance, so we have a 9% chance to get an additional encounter. Combined with the 10% base chance, that is almost a 20% chance, so almost 1 in 5, like very tiny below 1 in 5 maps that you will get an additional Legion encounter. The next thing that is required to run is a Watchstone. Okay, this one doesn't have it anymore. I used the medium investment 1 Watchstone with Enchantment, Legion encounter, so that I had 1 Legion encounter from this, 1 from the map device which cost 6 chaos, and 1 from a Gilded Legion Scarab which costed about 10 to 12 chaos average. So all in all, careful flashbang warning. My setup was the Legion enchantment, the T15 Park, the Gilded Legion, and the Legion device, which together had actually a total cost of 13x, but I made a X profit. Well, that is not entirely accurate because I did got lucky drops, I did got exalted drops, and this really just considers the value of the emblems, which I will even still, if only considering the emblems, I made profit, and considering the stack deck drops, which are sellable in bulk, and maps which are sellable in bulk, I made another few exalts profit. Combined would be the 8 exalts profit. That one is unimportant. Back to in-game. So like I said, I used the enchantment, I used the Gilded Scarab. Why did I do that? So if you use, like the Legion follows a specific set of rules. Once you killed all enemies, even if there's time remaining, the timer will instantly disappear and everything will be freed. There are of course, 2 legions per encounter. With the Gilded Scarab, you are guaranteeing a legion boss. And with the face-to-face, if there's 1 general, you guarantee 2 generals. On top of that, you guarantee a warhorde per legion. And combining these two, every legion has 1 to 2 warhordes, because there is a cap apparently on 2 wards, and all close to 200 legions, or well, I guess rather 175 legions I've run. I've only seen 1 to 2 warhordes. I've never seen 3 warhordes in 1 legion. So you get 2 generals, 1 to 2 warhordes, then like 5 surgeons which drop something, and then the small chests and the small enemies. And you have like I said, a 19% chance to gain an additional encounter. Next thing is back in game to the reward. So the expected reward is that you gain the 3C average per map, You gain a few map drops per map, which I have not considered in the average drop because that depends on what you're favoriting, how much the average will there be. You gain about, with 3 to 4 legions, your average is 110 splinters to 120 splinters per map. And you get about 6 incubators per map. All that, let's give all that a value of 1 chaos per object, would be a total of 89 considerable expected profit. With an investment of, which again is visible in the spreadsheet, which I will link in the description. Actually, I can just show it. The expected result and the expected expenses. If you subtract that, that is still the 89 profit. The expenses are about 38. Of course, not all splinters are that valuable, not all incubators are actually valuable. So the expected profit is to be taken with a grain of salt. I've listed... oh wait, I actually forgot something very important. I'm sorry for that. I used Platinum Watchstones. 2 with Maraketh and 1 with Templar. That caused it to happen that I have, from the rarity that normally you see a lot of Eternal Empire and Kawi, and you see a few Vaults and very rarely Templar and even more rarely Maraketh. Suddenly, Vault, Templar and Maraketh are as likely, and Eternal Empire and Kawi are still very likely. Early on I had a lot less Vault than I had Maraketh, and later on I had a lot more Vaults and it evened out. Actually, it overtook it. As you can see here in my stash, I ended up having 1 more wall emblem, almost 2 full wall emblems more than I have Maraketh emblems, but early on I had way more Maraketh than wall, so it all depends a bit on luck as well. Also, again, in my profit, I have only calculated what you've seen in the table. All these wall currency is not calculated in, the exodes are not calculated in, the inspired learning is not calculated in, the blighted maps are not inside, the sextants are not considered, the delirium orb is not considered. All those lucky drops I've gotten, or the orbs that I got from the Conqueror that I did that used up its enchantment slot, I did not consider. For the potential profit is only considered what is, for the gain is only considered what is listed here. The rest is additional profit, so that makes it a lot more valuable than it actually is on paper. In the end, I made 8.5 exile profit on this paper, and even more if I would actually consider everything. Like maybe 15 to 20 exalts profit, which I would consider as fairly good. It tripled my input. But again, that is because of lucky drops. I will again link the cheat sheet in the description. You can check the Legion thread there. You can also still check the Blighted thread, which is what I've run before. And I guess I will try to sell as much as possible from this and see what the end results are. Hey, all selling is done, or well, all that I want to sell for now. And this is what's left. I've got the incubators left, which I will run myself. I've got the small bubblegum currency left because I will always need it, or I don't really want to sell it. I've got the Scarab left to later sell in bulk. That just sold, sir. I got the fossils and everything here left. The Sexton's gonna use, and well, those I'm gonna run later. So at all total, I made more than my paper profit as I was able to sell sets in bulk for 2x. So in here I said I made a total of 16x plus, well, almost 17x with just the emblems. But in truth, it actually totaled up to 22 exalts, so that is 22 exalts compared to 14 exalt entry, and just that alone is, if I can mass 8 exalts plus, then I made 2 exalts from stack decks, 2 exalts from contract selling, and other small stuff selling, and then a bit of exalts from value stuff selling. Again, this part I would not consider in the profit, so these are a little over 7 exalts that I am happy to have, but is basically I got lucky and not, hey, the strategy makes you be lucky. Of course, you kill a lot more enemies, you're a lot more lucky because of you have more chances to be lucky, but it would be unfair to include that. So yeah, at a total up with 26.5 exalts profit from running this. I think it's a fairly nice strategy. It is a mid slash small high investment. Yeah, let's just call it mid investment strategy because you need to invest between 10 and 15 exalts into this, depending how many people are going to run this. But it was fun to run. I didn't even have a Headhunter, as you can see. I've run it on this instacker, which I will make a video about at some point. And yeah, all that being said, I hope this Legion strategy is going to be helpful to you. If it is, I would really appreciate if you could come back and leave a comment, maybe for fellow PoE players, what you learned out of this, what you took out of this, and how much you made. And if not, please tell me what didn't work out. I will always try to improve if you have any tips for that. And if you have not, I would really appreciate if you could subscribe to this channel. And now, really, all that being said, have a great day.